Haristutihi Shloka 22. Srishtva sarvam swatmatayaivetthamatarkyam vyapyathantah kritsnamidam srishtamashesham satcha tyachabhut paramatma saya ekah tam samsaradhvanta vinasham harimide. Anvayarthaha सह यह परमात्मा एकः इत्थम् अतर्क्यं सर्वम् इदं सृष्ट्वा अथ सृष्टम् अशेषम् अन्तः कृत्स्नं स्वात्मतया एव व्याप्य सत् च त्यत् च अभूत् tam samsaradhvanta vinasham harim ide. Saha, that, yaha paramatma ekaha, Brahman who is the only one. Paramatma here is Brahman. So this means that Brahman is not different from the Jivatma. Itham, in the form of this world of so many names and forms, Atarkyam is one who is not known by mere reasoning. Sarvam idam srishtva. So that Paramatma, having created this world, Atha, and then Srishtam Ashesham Antaha Kritsnam. Then into this created the whole world of creation, which is consisting of the celestials, humans, animals, etc. All the creation. What did he do? Swatmataya eva vyapya. He himself pervaded the whole creation. And how did he do that? In the form of satcha, as the earth, water and fire elements, and then tyat cha abhut, as the air and space elements also he became. So that Brahman, that Paramatma, tam samsaradhvanta vinasham harim ide. I worship that Paramatma as Hari, the destroyer of ignorance which causes samsara. So now we will look at the meaning in some detail. In the transactional world, what we see is so many differences are there, very visible to us between Jiva and Ishvara. Jivatma seems to be the doer, the karta of karma, and Shastra says Ishvara is akarta. Then Jiva is limited in so many ways, and Shastra says Ishvara is that which is limitless. Like this, we see so many differences. So, how to resolve these differences? How does Advaita Vedanta resolve these differences and claim that essentially Jiva and Ishvara are the same in nature? So this Dvaita Kalpana or appearance of differences is resolved by Advaita Vedanta, which says that these differences are superimposed on Brahman. The difference is not real, that is not the Satyam. It is only apparent, an appearance. So this is established by this shloka. Saha here implies that which is Shrutyantara Prasiddhaha, that Brahman which is the topic or the content, or you can say the subject matter of the entire Shruti, that is the Vedanta sentences. Or you can say Brahman is the only one which is Sat, existing, and that is established by so many sentences in Vedanta. So yaha paramatma ekaha. Ekaha means advitiyaha, which means vastutaha jiva abhinnaha. That paramatma who in reality is not at all separate from jiva. So Brahman or Paramatma, who is in reality non-separate from Jivatma, is the limitless Paramascha asau Atmacha. That Paramatma is the self which is untouched and unaffected by anything. Because Paramatma is both the Karana, cause, and the Karyam, effect, and is also free from Karana and Karya, because the nature of Paramatma is such that Paramatma is the truth or the locus of everything. All that is Brahma Vastu. So Shastra says Ekaha, which means Advitiyaha, essentially not separate at all from the creation. There is no other. So that Brahma Vastu, Itham means Anubhuyamanam, Aneka Prakaram. That Paramatma who is experienced in the apparently so many different forms. The sun, the moon, the planets, this whole creation, nature, all this manifold forms and names in this world, in this creation, is that Paramatma. And further, that Paramatma is Atarkyam. It is not at all possible to tell in any so many words about that Paramatma. So, Paramatma is Anirvachaniyaha, that which cannot even be imagined and spoken about. In other words, it is something which is beyond reason, because it is smaller than the size of an atom. It is also the most huge that you can imagine. Consciousness is all pervading. Shruti Vakya says, Naisha Tarkena Matirapaneya. This knowledge about Paramatma is revealed only by the Shruti, and that also the receiving intellect must be endowed with proper qualification, and then one should also be taught by a Shrotriyaha Brahmanishtaha. That knowledge of Paramatma can never be acquired by mere reasoning or scientific inquiry. So it is said to be Atarkyam. Then, Sarvam Idam Jagat, this whole world which is visible to us as objects having forms, and those which don't have forms also are known to us. Like, for example, the elements fire, water, and earth, and then this physical body itself, and then the objects which have no physical form, like the space, the air, all the emotions one goes through, happiness, sorrow, fear, etc. Sarvamidam, all this, Srishtva, having created, Atha Srishtam Idam Ashesham. Brahman with Maya is known as Ishvara. So this Ishvara is the one who created all the beings, Sura, the Devas, Nara, human beings, Tiryag, the animals, and among the animals you can see those which grow horizontally, then you see the insects, aquatic animals, etc. Like this creation is a continuous process. So this whole creation, after bringing into manifest form, what did Paramatma do? Swatmataya eva vyapya. It means Paramatma entered the very same creation. Tatra pravishya, as though entering into this whole creation, tadatmya adhyasena swaswarupataya grihitva ityarthaha. That is, Paramatma pervaded the whole creation and he became the gross form of creation, the subtle form, the definable, the indefinable, the supporter and the supported, then the sentient form, the insentient, as well as the real and the unreal. Brahman became all this that is here. In Narayana Suktam, which is part of Taittiriya Upanishad, says, Yaccha kinchit jagat sarvam drishyate shruyate piva antarbahishcha tat sarvam vyapya narayana sthitaha. In this world, whatever is seen, heard, anything within this body form, anything external to this body form, everything is said to be pervaded by that Lord Narayana. The whole creation abides in him. Then further, Taittiriya Upanishad says, Tat srishtva tadevanu pravishat. And further, that Paramatma satcha tyacha bhut means sat cha tyat cha. Sat is that Paramatma became the Bhuta Panchakam. Sat and Tyat, the two together, they imply the meaning of the 5 elements. So, that Paramatma, Shastra says, became the 5 elements in the gross form and the subtle form. So, you see that earth, Prithvi, up, waters, and Tejas, fire. These 3 elements are in the Pratyaksha form. They are directly perceivable. So, this is what is implied by Sat. And then Tyat means Vayu, air, Akasha, space. So, these are Paroksha, not directly perceivable, but they are known to us. So, Sat cha Tyat cha means it includes both the visible form and the invisible form which can be known. So, then Tam Paramatmanam, that Paramatma who is attributeless, actually, so known as Nirguna Brahman, unto that Brahman samsara dhvanta vinasham aham ide. That same Brahman who is known as Vishnu, Hari, I offer my prayers so that the darkness of ignorance which is leading to a life of becoming is destroyed. So, with this, I conclude this shloka. Srishtva sarvam swatmatayaivettham atarkyam vyapyathantah kritsnamidam srishtam ashesham satcha tyaccha bhut paramatma saya ekaha tam samsara dhvanta vinasham harimide. Namaste.